Hi there and welcome to my channel. My name is Marlies and this is Marley Design. You can already see what is in front of me, my Christmas papers. I really want to play with them. And as you know, I am already packing and preparing for my trip to Valencia. That will be in a couple of days. So I am preparing my suitcase and also I am trying to videotape in between my chores. And maybe when you follow me on my socials, my social platforms, all links are in the description box below if you want to follow me. Well, if you follow me, maybe you already saw last week I had made a journal page. This one to be exact. And this is made with all kinds of scraps that I had laying around and leftover piece of papers and all kinds of other materials that was laying on my desk. And while I was creating this, I also sorted out a drawer where I found this. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about this. It is always handy when you clean out some drawers and pick up some leftovers and clean out your studio or your desk. You come across, well, awesome things. And that also made me think, why haven't I created with this piece before? This is a kind of, well, journal, or you could say folio, and it was made out of a file folder. And before I get all kinds of questions about measurements and how did I made this piece, I have to be honest, it is so long ago, I have no idea. The only thing that I can do for you to get a better idea on how this thing is working, I will lay this piece open on top of my table so you can take a screenshot. But let me show you first how the layout is. So this is a kind of flap, which of course can be glued shut on the bottom and also on the top, so you will have a pocket. Then this is a leftover piece of the file folder, which I can use, I think, as some kind of belly band. Then when I turn the first page, this is the inside, and there are already two flaps in a tag shape. What I also can see is that I have created a spine. So I think at the time that I made this, I was thinking about some journal pages that could go here in the middle, because the spine is also wide enough to bind the pages. And then when I turned the last page, this is the back. Again, this is a leftover strip out of the file folder. And when you glue or stitch it down like this, you will have a pocket immediately. We can also open up this side, and I have two pockets. I do not know yet if I like the height of this pocket. It could be too high, so we have to figure out along the way if I need or want to cut it down. I have laid the paper flat for you guys, so you can screenshot it right now. I will get my hands out of the way. So when you have a file folder, you can figure out how to cut into the file folder. So this is our basic structure. Here are my basic Christmas papers. I will choose a couple that I really like as a background for my Christmas journal, so we can get started. These are my papers for the front, for the cover of the journal, and I want them to look more stained and worn. So I'm going to get out my distress ink and create some stains. Okay, so now our front page is covered in papers. Let's move on to the inside of the journal. Before I glue down these papers on the inside of the journal, where also the journal pages will come here in the middle, before I glue them down, I need to reinforce my spine. So I have a piece of tape. This is used with physical therapy, that kind of flexible and strong tape. This is how the inside looks right now. Of course, I did the staining on my papers before I glued them down. I also gave the reinforcement some ink, the Distress Ink Vintage Photo. And what you can see is that like the middle piece where the journal pages will come are like cohesive, same kind of materials, same kind of colors. And of course our front page looks like this, so a different kind of pattern. And to make the whole journal matching and cohesive again, I'm going to repeat this color scheme with these papers in the back of the book. That means front and back will be the same and everything on the inside will be the same. Right now we are looking at the back of the journal. This is our front cover and this will be the back. And I want this back in the same papers and patterns as the front cover. Oh, and one thing extra, I decided to cut off an extra strip of paper off this pocket. Here on the top you can see I have already prepared my papers. All the edges have some ink on there and I made some stains on top. In the back of the journal you can see I have reinforced the spines. And this time I'm not going to glue my papers down with the glue from the bottle, the collage medium from the bottle, but I want to work a little bit more quick with a brush and the glue out of the jar. And I can tell you the reason why I need to be a little bit more quick right now, because I thought my video already would be done by now. I was supposed to make this video last weekend in preparations of my trip to Valencia. I wanted this to be ready and well, yeah, just planned and scheduled in YouTube. That did not go to plan and there's a reason for it. Because, and this is something I never expected us to happen, I was preparing for Valencia and videotaping in between my chores when I decided, you know, I could use a little break. Let me take the dog to the forest and have a nice walk. That did not go very well because our little doggy, Izzy, she is a Jack Russell Black and Tan Terrier, was chased by a group of, well, other Jack Russells. And she got so scared that she ran away. I ran after her, but yeah, a dog with panic, well, they are gone in a heartbeat, I have to say. I tried to follow Izzy and well, yeah, she was nowhere to be found. I could not keep up with her, she was way too fast and totally in panic. Yeah, she ran all kinds of ways. So in the end, well, of course, some people saw her passing by in the forest. I asked everybody, but yeah, after 35 minutes, she was not back with me. And then, yeah, then I started to panic. because yeah, she's really our furry child, a true member of our family. So in a panic, I called my husband and he came to the forest with the mountain bikes to look and search. He also brought my daughter. My mother was there. Friends came over, and also my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law. Police was involved. Animal rescue was involved. Because, well, 2 hours later she wasn't back yet. And we have been so lucky because there were a man and a woman on their bicycle. They saw her on the road next to the railway track and they called the police. The police went to the railway track and catched our little Izzy. And they have put her on a leash again. Right at that moment, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law crossed that road and the railway track to, well, come to us to help for the search. So they went to the police and yeah, they found her. And that is when I got the call from my sister-in-law to not worry anymore. And we have been in the forest for 3 hours. All cold and numb, sad, in panic and everything. And that phone call was such a big relief. And we all had so much stress and all different kind of emotions that after the search and Izzy was found, we were totally, well, yeah, just tired, worn out. But of course, when we came home, we talked about how to handle this in, well, let's say maybe the future, because Izzy has never done this before. So what if it happens again? So right away in the afternoon, we went to the store and, well, yeah, bought a tracking system. And the tracking system goes onto her collar and is connected with my phone. Because yeah, I do want to walk with her in the forest. I do not want to keep her on a leash. I mean, it is a Jack Russell, so she has a lot of energy. She needs to play, she needs to run, and of course feel free. And we also immediately after installing the tracking system on her collar, we immediately went back to the forest where it all happened, where she got scared, just to get her over any anxiety that was maybe left. And she did well. She was kind of alert and not totally comfortable. But hey, yeah, after such a situation, yeah, you all have to feel comfortable again. So instead of finishing up the video for you guys for this week, because I'm supposed to go to Valencia, yeah, my video wasn't done. And that is the reason why I am trying to find now a little bit of a quicker way to get my structure, my base for the journal done, so that when I am in Valencia, you guys can already start with your own Christmas journal. Yeah, and after gluing and this little chat, we have this as a result. So for today we have started the new beginning of a Christmas journal. The structure is there and all the basic papers are on there and they are done. Let me give you a little flip through, so if you want to get going at home yourself, you understand the layout of the folio. This is how we started. This is the cover of the journal. This will be the inside. I have reinforced the spine so we can add journal pages. We have the 2 tags. Then we go to the back of the journal. I have not videotaped this side, but of course in the meanwhile you will get the idea. Same papers, same patterns, staining and inking the edges and gluing them down. And this is the back of the journal. So for the next week I am not home. That means in the meantime you can work on this in your own pace. And then next week when I get back, we are going to work on this even further. And while I am in Spain, I will also try to get some relaxing hours for myself, because of course you cannot only work and clean and yeah, that's physically very tough. So I will bring some stuff with me. This is my Christmas ephemera kit that I have already cut out, except for this sheet, but yeah, I can do that in Valencia when I'm there. Here you can see I have also cut up my Fussy Cut Christmas kit, but you can see it needs to be cut in detail, so I will find some time to do that also. And this is just one of the sheets as an example. That means that when you want to create with me, make sure to get your base done. And it does not have to be a handmade folio. You can also use an existing folio for, let's say, as an example from Tim Holtz. Because then next week you are totally up to date and we can go to our next step. Then this was my video for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. Please let me know in the comments or give a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And when you are wondering what kind of materials I have used, I will link them all down below in the description box. In the description box you can also find all my links to my social platforms so you can follow me. Then I am off so I can pack the last things in my suitcase. I want to thank you for being here, spending time on my channel, and I hope to see you back very soon. Bye!